Welcome to LE Solutions for an eazyBI tutorial series. My name is Peter, and in this tutorial we will show you how you can create the additional delivery report. Additional delivery shows the percentage of unplanned work a Scrum team was able to deliver during a sprint. For example, ad hoc delivery items that the management team requested. Additional delivery will be calculated as the sprint story points not committed and completed divided by the story points committed. Let's begin. We will bring the project dimension to the Pages section. Let's also bring the sprint dimension to the Rows section. We will expand the hierarchy of the sprint dimension to show all the sprints individually. Let's now bring in the sprint committed story points to filter out the unwanted entries. You can refer to the sprint velocity chart video in the link below for step-by-step details. Let's create the sprint story points not committed and completed calculated measure. Under the Measures dimension, click on Define New Calculated Measure. We will break the measure into two key components. First, we will filter all the issues in a sprint that were not committed and completed. Then, we will sum up the story points completed. Let's add the filter function. For the set expression, we will use the descendants function, which returns the set of descendants of a member at a specified level. We will enter the issue's current hierarchy member, and the level will be set at the issue level. Let's now populate the filter's logical expression. We will introduce the sprint story points commitment changes. This measure calculates the difference between the total of story points at the end of a sprint and story points at the start of the sprint. We'll set the measure to be bigger than 0, add the end logical operator. Finally, let's enter the sprint story points completed measure and set it to bigger than 0. Now that we have the filtered set, we will add the sum function. The set for the function has already been created, so we just need to add the sprint story points completed measure for the numeric expression. Click on Create. Let's add the new measure to the table. As you can see, only 2 additional story points have been added to Sprint 2. Let's remove the story points committed column. Now, let's create the measure for additional delivery. The calculation is the sprint story points not committed and completed divided by the sprint story points committed. Set the formatting to display as an integer percentage. Select percentage and then integer percentage. Click on Create. Let's bring the measure into the table and remove the sprint story points not committed and completed measure. We will now change the report to a bar chart. Set the orientation to vertical. Add data labels. Set the x-axis as sprint name. Set the y-axis as percentage. Set the project filter to Marble Project. Save the report as additional delivery. And that's how you create the additional delivery KPI in Jira. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more Jira tutorials.